small creatures, because it's time for some real rock and roll on the Headbangers Ball. I'm Ronnie James Dio, your guest host for this week's edition of the Headbangers Ball. And for the next 2 hours, I've got nothing but the best in raucous metal music. Tonight, we have debuts from Hurricane, King Diamond, and the odd couple of hard rock, James Young and Jan Hammer. I'll also be talking to Ron Keel, who will be our special guest later this hour. And to start us off right, here's a world premiere by me and my band, Dio, and it's called I Could Have Been a Dreamer. Let's rock. The new one from Def Leppard, and from their album Hysteria, just released last week after only 4 years of work. And they're off to Europe for a tour with Tesla, and they'll rock the States late in the fall. And at the top of the hour, we had a world premiere of my video, I Could Have Been a Dreamer. We did this video in Los Angeles in a very controlled environment. The only little problem was that we had some wolves in it that you saw. And the wolves did what most wolves do. They had just eaten and decided it was time to do something really rather weird, at least in a video. But we got around that one. No one stepped in their general vicinity, so that wasn't too bad. No sliding at all. And it was a lot of good fun to do. Now, we've got videos from Scorpions and Keel. No, we don't. We've got videos from Scorpions, and Ron Keel will be joining me in the studio after this. Scorpions, metal band out of Germany, rocking us with Still Loving You. Now, they're going to team up with gentleman rocker Robert Palmer. Robert Palmer for his next album? Well, I guess he's going to toughen up his act on that LP. Anyway, I'm Ronnie James Dio, your guest host for tonight's Headbangers Ball. And joining me here in the studio is Ron Keel.
Hey, Ron.
Hi, Ron. How you doing?
Back together again.
Yes,
Terrorize
we are.
the airwaves.
Absolutely. I guess maybe you should know a little bit of history about Ron Keel and I. We did the Texas Jam together. That was last year. We also did an entire tour of Europe together about a year and a half ago, I think that was, Ron. And
That's right.
What a time that was.
Sure was. It was the first time anybody had taken us out on a big major tour in so many countries, and we still have many fond memories of that tour, especially when your bass player Jimmy and I co-wrote the song Calm Before the Storm, a song that appears on our new album called Keel. Jimmy Bain and I, Ronnie's bass player, co-wrote this beautiful ballad in like 3 or 4 different countries as we went along on the tour. That was a great memory.
Mostly in bars.
Mostly in bars and backstage and hotel rooms, and pieced it together, and now there it is on the new record, and it's working great live.
Great. I remember that night very well. You two were making a lot of noise, and we all left.
Yeah, I still have some memories of that night left.
That was a good one. That was a good one. We had a really an excellent tour of Europe. It was our pleasure to have Keel on the bill with us. You guys are great.
Well, thank you.
And I'm glad it's all still going for you.
And here we are again.
Great rock and roll band. Yes, here we are again. And we'll talk some more with Ron Keel, and we'll check out their latest video just a few minutes. We've also got Hurricane, The Crew, and Anthrax right after this. Hi again. Ronnie James Dio back with you here, and with Ron Keel. And when we're on the subject of Ron Keel, we have the Keel LP right here. And I'd like to ask Ron a question about this one. There's a song on this LP called United Nations, and it appears that you had 75 backup singers on this one. Can you tell us something about that?
Not all of them were singers. They were all singing, though. It was people from the record company, our management, our roadies, wives, girlfriends, anybody who had helped us through the years, and I wanted to give them an opportunity to be on the record with us and to actually participate in it, and I also wanted the most massive chorus in history. And we took those 75 people and sang the same chorus to United Nations over and over again 20 times, and then achieved the effect of 1,500 or so voices. I don't know how many people were there, I lost count, but it sounds like a live audience singing the background vocal. It's the most massive chorus in history, I think, and it's also achieved the result of getting all the people that were in the Keel family involved in the record as well.
Did you pay them?
No.
Well, the man from the union, he's going to come after you. Tell us something about the video.
The video is real special to us because it's the first time we've done a totally performance video. Just Keel in concert, no concept, no surrealistic images or anything like that. We wanted to show people what we do live, and we went back to the first place where we ever did a concert at Perkins Palace in Pasadena, where we made our debut a few years back, filmed the video with an audience of all Keelaholics, and those people that were there at the video shoot are the reason for the energy that the band has in this video, because it felt like a concert, it looked like a concert, and it is a piece of the Keel concert on tape. And this is it. We're going to show it to you now. keel. Somebody's waiting.